Good morning, students. Myself Neelam Saxena. Welcome back. This would be the first introductory class of 6, the first chapter that focuses on what, where, how, and when. These four elements are those which we try to understand under the concept of history. Now, let's take an example. We and our family might be familiar with the means of transport, say aeroplane. Our grandparents might be familiar with the means of transport, say bus and trains. Our great grandparents might be familiar with the means of transport, which would we say bullock carts. What has happened over the years? Over the years, the means of transport has evolved, and therefore, in history, whatever we basically the changes of that, these changes are called chronicle changes and the temporal changes. It the chronicle changes are the temporal changes took place, so all kinds of temporal changes we related to any place and any specific culture and so on. It would be the part of the concept of history. Now, the first concept of history, when we say what we focuses on, which is what? In what concept food, clothes, houses are coming. Those who would not study the past are condemned to repeat it. Now we learn the concept of history. So the first concept is what? We focus what kind of food they took, what kind of clothes they weared, and what kind of houses they lived. There all these things come under the what concept which we study in history. In history, we study about past, that what kind of culture, food, clothes were there in Harappa civilizations and Egyptian civilizations. All these would be come under what concept. We can say also in simple terms, those who don't study the past are condemned to repeat it. That means, let's say, why Britishers invaded India. If we are not aware of that, we might do the similar mistakes. There could be a similar mistakes in future. We need to know the past, and so we would be aware of it, and we do not repeat the similar mistake in future. So therefore the first integral part is what. So we have all the basic initial enmities in our life, which would be the part of what. Now come to the second temporal variations, which is where. Before we understand the second questions where, we have a simple code that help understand the prospectus of history, which are food gathering, hunters, animals rearing, travels, war, kingdoms. History is studied geographically and geography is studied historically. That means let's first talk about geography. We have already covered the lecture of geography, and we have seen how things evolved, how the origin of earth took place, how landforms evolved, how there were various continents were forms. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to see how they evolved, how they formed. So what was the basic area, how culture evolved. So all those ideas comes under the concept of where, because we are seeing the pattern. And again, how we can say that history is study of geographically, because we must know where the major kingdoms were, where the war fought, what was the major traits were, what were the areas which were fertile, we must be able the areas which are deserted. Now come to the next element, which is how. The name of India, from Indus, Sindhu in Sanskrit. India is arise from Sindhu, which is Sanskrit word. When Irani and Greeks were invaded India, they called India Hindus or Indus. And finally, the name Bharat comes from Rig Vedas. The people of Northwest who read Rig Vedas considers this region as Bharat. Finding the past. We can find the past by many elements like manuscripts, inscriptions, stone or metals or baked clay, have scripts, later on size, archaeology. These made the use in past explorer by archaeologists, bones of animals to find what people ate. Now the next question is how we have understood what where. So next important questions comes, how can you find out what was in the ancient time? So there are three basic things that we go for. The first go for the first three basic things that we go for. The first is the manuscript, that is documents which are written by hand. Now the deciphers of manuscript, the first important things you must aware of that script. Let's say Egypt, the people of Egyptian, you have their three languages which were simultaneously used by Greeks. That means that means they write L, that means loin. So you have to decipher what kind of language it is, these manuscripts. In ancient time, either on the birch trees, on the palm leaves, and these palm leaves tied together, most common languages in the Indian, the Sanskrit or Tamil. And so most of the manuscript you find in these languages. Sanskrit, it was the languages for scholars. Prakritic was considered with the common man language at that time. The next is inscriptions. The inscriptions are those which are on the hard surface, which are written on the hard surface, so it can be stored and it can be metal or made by clay. This script either could be used for letter or sign. And finally is archaeology. So archaeology is things were used in the past. So let's say if you are digging some things, small pots or pieces of frog, you can decipher what kind of utensils people used to use, what kind of living styles they had, what kind of bathing area they had, what kind of living area they had. So all these exploded by archaeologists, and archaeologists are the people who mainly exhausted the area and find out the result based on those. And again, bone find of the animals are important ideas what people thinks. Life differs, the life of the pupil has different from the various segment of the pupil. King's life is very different, trader's life is very different, queen merchant's life was very different. Cities depend on others for food supplies, so you have a different segments of life for each and every civilizations. I hope students you understand the concept of what, where, how and when. I am giving you a question answers and exercise in a PDF. So see the PDF and write down your homework through the PDF. Thank you. Have a nice day.